Bacon, no bacon, no bacon, no bacon,
Bacon, no bacon.
Podcast.
You recording on both on your...
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like you need to give you more space there. Over here. Which is this. Yes.
Does that look good?
Okay, I think so. Got some headroom. Got my bacon, no bacon. Fuck, I wanted to write some shit down. We have a new, we don't have a new sponsor, but I did a corporate show last week. And they sent me this lovely present.
Oh, that's nice.
It's called a lock tote. Locktote.com if you want to check it out. It's beautiful. Martin was a very lovely guy. The original lock tote. See, the original lock tote. They sent me that. Thank you, Martin. Locktote.com. I forget the name. Nolk, like yolk.
What is that? And what was this corporate that you did? What was it?
Just banged my knee under the fucking thing. It was just a Zoom thing that they do like a 5 à 7 every Thursday for their work.
Okay.
And yeah, I did their 5 à 7 little Zoom comedy hour extravaganza.
All right. Sounds wonderful, man. How's things? What's going on? Let's get into this. Let's get some energy. Let's boogie, man. Let's shake here, Derek.
I reached out to Chico that made us these t-shirts.
All right.
Abdul still don't have his t-shirt. Abdul is so afraid of the fucking pandemic corona that he won't even come visit me to pick up his free t-shirt.
I'm coming.
You know Abdul is scared of the fucking virus because there's nothing that Abdul love more than free shit. Except maybe staying healthy now, I'm starting to discover. I am so loud in my own ear.
I feel like this whole episode is just going to be technical difficulties.
That's what we should have called. We should have called this whole podcast.
We should have called it technical difficulties. Just having a hard time over there, Derek. So how's things over there at the household?
Good, man.
You're keeping busy. You're doing a lot of videos, man. I see you're posting a lot of...
I'm trying to do a lot of those videos, the Instagram content.
Yeah, no, you're great, man. You're really, you got, you're handy.
I forget so many, though. Like, we went to the scrapyard. You ever heard of Kenny Upel?
Yeah, I've heard of them, yeah.
So scrapyards.
I've heard of them, yeah. You're going.
I feel like most scrapyards were like this when I was young.
They used to be.
Except like you could go like when I was in like 20, I go into a scrapyard and do you have the water pump for a fucking 84 Pishnoute Mechanique, whatever? And they were like, no, we don't have it, but we do have 2 Pishnoute Mechanique in the yard. Go fucking, if you want to take them out, go for it.
Yeah.
That's
how it used to be. They still have like a lot of, there are some places that are kind of like that, still have that. This Kenny Upel is the one to like really market it, I guess, the best.
Yeah, because
they've been around they've always been around.
But a lot of repurposed places will have stock, like the scrapyard that they have refurbished or rebuilt things.
But a lot
Kenny Upel doesn't touch fuck all. They don't even have a ratchet to lend you.
That's hilarious. No, I've never been to one of those places, but a lot of them don't let you go through because of whatever liability or something if you get hurt.
This one, that's all they do. They don't have a spark plug in the office part.
It's all on you if you get hurt or not. It's your problem.
And zero safety. Like you were talking to me today.
Kenny comes out and pulls you out of the scrapyard.
Yeah, Kenny's known for just lifting Buicks off of patrons.
No, Kenny, you pull.
Oh, sorry, Kenny. I thought you said push.
You want me to go out there?
An idiot.
You want me to go out there and get the water pump off of that Plymouth? That's what you want? No, Kenny, you pull. You get out there.
But so all the cars, because they take off most of the wheels and the tires, right? So all the cars are not, like you were saying earlier today, jack stands.
Yeah.
All the cars are on, so you've got, like, Kenny's been in business for a long time, I guess, so he's got thousands.
He's been pulling.
Little donut, you know, the little donut spare, the miniature, the smaller spare tire.
Yeah.
So he's got 4 of those laying flat, and then a wheel sitting in that wheel like this. And then that's how all the car prop up. They have like a crane, pick up the car and drop it on 4 wheels standing straight up inside another wheel. Wow. So round wheel, and they just drop the car on 4 of those. So yeah, you could totally knock these fucking cars off if you're like really wrenching something.
Yeah.
Most of the cars don't have tires on them anymore.
That's, I mean, it's a great, so what's the concept? You go there, you can grab whatever you want, or you got to, and then as you come out, you show them?
You go through, I think
this is what I took.
To be honestly, I think it's by weight.
Really?
I know, like, if you, like, my son Reese.
Probably because they're going to scrap the weight anyways, like scrap metal.
It's they give you a percentage of the value of the scrap metal, yeah.
Okay.
But they give you also for the bumper, which is metal, it's plastic, but I guess we recycle plastic bumpers now, which is a good thing, I guess. So anyway, to give you the backstory to the people listening, my son Reese in January crashed his car, or my car. He crashed the Beer Express, which was my car, and I gave it to Jamie.
I think it was a tank.
Jamie got a Taurus and liked it better, so and then I hate the Taurus, so Reese had the Taurus. He killed that one. Jamie said, I took the Camry away from Jamie because she was being tooty. gave it to Reese. And then in January, Reese, after I put $2,000 in it, suspension, exhaust, brakes, whatever, which, by the way, when brakes sit for 4 weeks, how long have we been at this? 8 weeks?
I think,
brakes will rust,
March,
man.
You got it, For sure, yeah.
They're finished. They're less than a year old.
At least
they're
once
basically
a week.
Finished. They're finished. The brakes.
Oh man, really? And you changed them not long ago.
Less than a year.
God damn.
Let's go. I'll say.
Just drive it a lot. It'll.
Yeah. I drove it around. It's already better. I drove it around the block and brake every 5 seconds, whatever. And I told him not to try to slam on the brake. But anyway, to say he crashed it and. I just put $2,000 in, and he crashed it, and so the hood was busted, the driver fender, the headlight, the bumper, but everything else was mechanically it survived, right? The radiator got bent back a little bit. It was easy. It wasn't damaged, and he's like, "Oh fuck, it's an old piece of shit car. Just scrap it," because he didn't want to put any money into it. And I'm like, I just put $2,000 though. It's basically like, Dad, fuck you. Just throw $2,000 in the garbage. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
My sound might not be good. I wasn't talking into the microphone. Technical difficulty, Charlie over here. En tout cas, so it sat there all winter. He didn't want to fix it. I'm like, fuck you. I'm going to fix it, and then I'm going to sell it. But now I'm not as mad at him anymore. It's perfect timing. The seasons in Canada is like, I'm not mad at my son anymore. So I'm like, let's have a father-son bonding thing. We'll fix the car. I found the Kenny. He was supposed to do everything, did nothing. I found the Kenny U-Pull. There was one here, and I live in Brassard. There's one in La Prairie.
Okay.
And so I go on the inventory online, and I'm like, oh, no. They have 2 silver ones. I wanted to match my shitty golden rod or whatever color that's called sable. It's called sandalwood or something like that. It's that old lady gold color that you can get cars.
Yeah, it's summer beige, I think.
Summer beige, yeah. So, and I found in Drummondville, they had 2 that color. And I'm like, well, fuck, La Prairie is 10 minutes away. This is an hour and a half. Let's make the trek, man. Let's go. So we found it was XLE.
Okay.
And had we have gone earlier, dude, Abdul, I would have ripped this whole car apart. I would have come home with most of that car.
Really?
XLE it was the Camry. I don't know if you remember back in the day, the top Camry.
Yeah.
Had like the wood paneling.
Oh, really?
Leather seats. Like I would have ripped out the leather seats, the wood paneling on the doors. I should have taken the driver's side door because I got home and realized there's 2 full big rust hole like this in the door that we have. But I got a mirror, I got the hood, I got the fender, I got the whole front bumper, I got the headlight assembly.
Yeah, wow, man, that's awesome.
So $250 for all that.
What? And did you get anything from the inside? You didn't grab like a... How much was like a seat? What would the seat be? You know, if you took the 2 seats?
I didn't even get into
bench?
it. I was just like...
And what color was the leather?
beige also.
It's a also
tan. I think that it's a tan.
Summer tan.
And it was beat up. I mean, it's a 20-year-old car almost, right? So the leather, even if the guy took care of it,
yeah. It wasn't that
But
nice.
the wood paneling would have been just hilarious, I find. It would have just been funny to have it in there. But anyway, we got it home. We had already taken off all the shit part to know what part we needed, so we brought the old part, and I think we ended up getting back like $21 for the old part. So it came after that it came to 200 something. So I get it home though. The night that the accident happened, he got it. So to tell you, it cost me the same to fix the whole car, and now it's back on the road. As a matter of fact, he's already left with it. So it may just be its final voyage.
It's probably in a ditch right now.
Probably. I don't know where the black ice came from. I drove by the hockey arena. Zamboni cut me out and fucking... But the towing from out of the ditch to my driveway was $220. So just to tow it, and Reese was ready to scrap it after that. So I'm like, dude, put the same amount that you paid just to tow it out of the ditch. Yeah, that much more, and you have a car back on the road. I mean, it's still the same shitty old car that you had, but the AC worked, the cruise worked.
Yeah, you're not gonna buy a car for $250.
No. And that's honestly, Abdul. I mean, it's not pretty, but comfort-wise,
it works, man. That car's amazing, and it's a V6.
We've done at least 20,000 kilometers together. Yeah,
that's a wicked car, man. That thing will keep going. That's a great engine in that one.
And the cruise work, the AC work. I mean, what more do you want in a car?
Yeah.
So anyway, so we fixed it.
That's a pimp car to have, man. How old is Reese? 19?
19. It's older than him.
Come on, man.
Oh, no, it's the same age as him. He was born in 2001.
How cool of a car is that to have at 19? That's a cool car.
I think so. I've fucking Toyota Camry 6-cylinder. Like, there's not... in that price range, for $50,000, you can't get a much better car than a Toyota Camry 6-cylinder.
No.
Even today, like right now, it's not worth $50,000. Anyway, I wanted to tell you how I patented things. So going to Kenny Upol, how manly of a place that would be. We should have been doing content there, right? Like ripping things off scrap car just to see thousands of cars, just scrap cars. That's
quality content, buddy. What are you doing? You weren't on that.
I fucking blew it. Yeah.
So go back. Go back and get the door. You need the door.
See what Reese says. Maybe we'll go back.
People want to see get the door. Everybody wants to see Derek go back with the get the door. All right,
give us some comments. Hit us some comments. Give us a thumbs up. I want to
see you go back.
One more thumbs down. I'm gonna punch somebody in the. I'm gonna go to the scrapyard and just set a fucking car on fire. That's what the people are gonna comment now. Yeah, set a car on fire. That's what we want to see.
Go to the scrapyard and burn it down. Listen, buddy, get that door. Let's get it on video. Let's have a little content. Let's see you. So what are you going to do now? He's out with the car. It's back on the road. It's registered.
And I never unregistered. I never stopped insuring it. It was just like, for the insurance, I get a discount because I have 2-car insurer, right?
Yeah.
And this is obviously the lesser of the 2 car, the Range Rover and the Camry. It's 2 different prices. The Camry is only insured one way. It's not no collision, whatever. And I get 10% off the Range Rover because I insure a second car. And it come to like 10% of the Range Rover is like, whatever, $120. And the Camry only cost me $240. So why would I just left it. Plus, I hate making phone calls and doing paperwork. So, but what I'm trying to get at
is... I think you do it online. It's super easy to just put a car in storage.
Well, we all get... credit too. I just got credit from my insurance company because of the COVID. No one's driving and no one, so we all got
that's nice.
We got a little kickback. Check with your insurance company. Mine's Desjardins at Desjardins.com. They tell you, are you driving less? Yes, and we'll give you a discount. Anyway, so when Reese got the car tow out of the ditch, he got it home and the car was off and everything, but the tail lights were still on.
Okay.
And so I disconnected the battery since January. I disconnected the battery. I started it like once a month, move it a few feet just so that the axles don't seize, whatever, and then disconnect the battery again because the tail light wouldn't go off.
Right.
So in my head, it's because the headlight got smashed and maybe there's a relay in the headlight assembly or something that made it so if the headlight is off, the taillights stay on. I didn't know. Then I'm like, see, maybe he hit the airbag sensor, and when the airbag is deployed, automatically the taillights stay on or something like that.
I don't know.
No, yeah. So I'm checking all this stuff, and it's not that. So I'm Googling, like, fuck, taillights won't go off, Toyota Camry. And a video came up. First thing I watched was like, it's probably the brake sensor. So it's right at the pedal, under the brake pedal.
Yeah.
So here's the thing to the listener. I don't know how you would think the brakes work, right? So in my mind, when you hit the brake, you push down on the brake, that ignites the lights. It's not that. It's like a dead man switch.
Yeah, it's just a switch, yeah.
So
and
when
it pushes
when
up against it.
Yeah, when you're not touching the brake, when the brake is in its relaxed position or whatever, it hits a switch that cuts the power to the brake lights.
Yeah.
And when you push the brake, they come on because it's like a dead man switch. You pushing the brake releases that switch, and the lights go on.
Yeah.
So that I learned. And the whole time I was doing it, Angela was like, have you ever done this before? My neighbor's like, did you used to be a mechanic or whatever? Have you ever done this before? I'm like, no, I've never taken off a fender, a bumper, a headlight, yeah, but a fender and a bumper, I've never done. A mirror,
wow,
I've
that's
never
pretty
done.
Good, man. That's impressive, buddy. That's if you're doing all that.
That's the exercise I was trying to do with my son was, don't be afraid. That's so many people are afraid. Like it's mostly girls, but I know girls that are afraid to change the light bulb. They're afraid because they don't understand electricity. They think they can get zapped.
I think it's mostly girls, man. I think a lot of dude,
you're right, but one of us
I'd
has
say
to be
out of all my friends, how many friends do you think that could change some stuff? I don't know. Not a lot of my friends could change things on their car.
I guess
it's a handful. A handful that I trust, at least. The other ones, I wouldn't let them near my car at all.
That was the lesson I was trying to teach Reese. If you're not intimidated by it, if you just go and you use logic and you approach it like an intelligent person, I try to tell him, dude, you're going to tell me everybody that work in the Toyota manufacturing plant is smarter than you? No, it's a question of learning it. So they already built it. It's already been designed well, right? So if you figure out how to take it apart, you're in doing that. If you pay attention as you take it apart, I should have taken pictures because sometimes I catch myself. I put stuff back in the wrong order and you have to take off a bolt to put something else back. But otherwise, you take it apart, you're figuring it out as you're reverse engineer as you take it apart.
Yeah.
And then you put it back together. You've understood it already. You knew how to take it apart, so now you can put it back. So that was the whole thing. And he was like, yeah, this isn't that. So we got the fender back on, the mirror is on, the bumper is on. The bumper is on better than it was before. Like the fender and the bumper, we look at it, they're better on the side that we did than they are on the other side.
Yeah.
Like there's a mud flap that's all loose on the other side. I bought a little set of those automotive clip, those plastic black things you push in and then they don't come out anymore.
Yeah.
I bought a whole pack of those, on Amazon. So all those things are in, but the brake light was still fucking not coming on. So now as I put the battery back in and strap it back down and all that, I'm like, tabarnak, I can't get the brake light to go off. So I'm like getting under that, and that video said it's probably that switch or whatever.
Yeah.
So I get under there, and sure enough, it's like, those little Pishnoute that you use at golf? Like when you pick up your ball, you put that little plastic thing with the little spike to mark your ball in golf?
I don't play golf. I know what a brake light switch looks like, but I don't play golf. Like it's
okay. But for those of you that are wondering what it looks, it's just a piece of plastic. So it's like a washer that's welded to the top of where the brake pedal, when it releases, it just rests like that. And then there's a washer, so it's with a hole in it, and it's got one of these golf Pishnoute push into the hole, and it holds it in place. And that little plastic piece is what pushes the switch.
Yeah.
Right? I guess they don't want metal on plastic because it will wear. Anyway, shit, that just reminded me. My fix may not be good. But so I think what happened is my son Reese is a monster. He's a 6'1", 260, something like that. He has thighs like this. His thighs are... He panicked when he hit the ice and pushed down on the brake so hard
he fucked
that
up
he bent the brake pedal.
Wow.
So now it don't go up as far as before. So he bent it by this much, but it's a switch, like a doorbell.
Yeah.
It's got as much
play.
as a doorbell.
Play,
A play, that's it. So this was my fix, trying to teach my son, don't be intimidated by the project. You can do it, right? These guys, when they built the first car, they were building it out of shit, just sheets of metal and rods, whatever.
Yeah.
So I took the little Pishnoute out, the little plastic piece. And I'm like, fuck, this is exactly the same size as a penny. So I dug out some pennies that I had in my garage.
Oh, nice.
Penny. And I Gorilla glued the penny. And I Gorilla glued the penny to the Pishnoute thing. And then I'm like, but I don't, like, it's hard to get in there. You have to go under the dash.
Yeah.
Under the dash to get it back in its space. And I'm like, see, if this isn't enough, like, if that's not enough thickness to push the thing, I'm going to be fucking pissed off. So I'm like, la merde. I took a dime and Gorilla glued the dime to the penny. Because if you take a dime, right, every coin have a little ridge on it.
Yeah.
The dime fit right into the penny.
Yeah.
So it's don't. Why do you find this so hilarious? So I glue the dime. So now I have this much thickness added to the pedal, right? There's this much thickness. More.
Yeah.
I glue it on. I put the Pishnoute in the little washer thing.
Dude,
I fucking let it dry. I didn't want to try it right away. I didn't
you
want
as a fucking mechanic in like this middle of nowhere, small ass town, Quebec, and you're like fucking explaining it to some city slicker how you're fixing his car. You're like,
no, I wouldn't have to explain.
Hey, listen, it's got a Pishnoute, okay? The Pishnoute is a little off. So what I did is I glue a penny and a dime. And the city slicker's gonna be like, what the fuck are you talking? You glued a dime and a penny together?
Dude, I wouldn't even explain it to him. He would
the Pishnoute is fine, don't worry. It's get you back to the city, no problem.
We salvage your Pishnoute, man. And he's like, all right, that's great. He'd be like, he would catch me because he'd be like, oh, that's really great. Thank you, Derek. Thank you. How much do I owe you? And I'd be like, 11 cents. make it 12. See, somebody gotta pay for my Gorilla Glue.
That is hilarious, man. That is so funny. Fuck, there you go. There's our pilot, man. We've been fucking trying to write forever. That's hilarious, man. Dude, the Pishnoute and the dime and a penny. You're funny, man. That's so funny. When you call me today, man, Derek calls me and says the wheel doesn't come off. Doesn't want to come off. Took off the nuts. Can't get it off. Dude, when I saw Reese under that, and all I hear is you. I say get a 2x4, a long 2x4, and smack the wheel, and it's gonna. You put a little
Not
WD-40.
Sure you said long the first time. I think
put
you
a
said
little
long
WD-40 in the wheel, in the nuts where the bolts are. You seep in behind the rim. Take a long 2x4, smack it, dude. When I hear the tuck tuck tuck. I'm like, what the hell is that? And you're like, Reese, he's hitting it. I'm like, that hard, man? It's not coming off? He turns the camera, and Reese is under the car.
with a piece of 2x4 this
big. Dude, on a jack that's from the trunk. You don't do that, man. He's under the car, and he's whacking the fucking... Oh, man. No wonder the Pishnoute got bent, fuck.
I let Reese put on one of the tires. I let him put one of the tires back on.
Dude.
By the time he was finished, show you how strong my boy is. By the time he was finished putting on the one tire, the jack was like this. The jack, I'm like, dude. What? Remember before you were lying under the car? You got to be careful putting the tires back on. It's so
dangerous, man. Those jacks are so dangerous. Like, never get under the car with one of those jacks.
And I even gave him, like the T tire iron, whatever. So you don't have to use leverage, right? You don't have to move the whole... You just crank the thing, and he's just pulling on one side of it, and the fucking car's going like... I'm like, buddy, you have no emergency brake.
Yeah, dude.
It's a front-wheel drive car, and the front wheel is in the fucking air. I see there's nothing. We had logs. We had bush, like firewood, on either side of the back tire. He pulled so fucking hard, not even kidding. He pulled so hard on the thing that the tire was up on the bush. Yeah. It was rolling, like he was going over a He's like the fucking great Antonio.
Dude, listen,
he's going over a speed bump.
I know you're trying to be nice and you're trying to like really teach him a father-son lesson there, but maybe he shouldn't touch a car. Maybe don't start him off on a car when you're learning that stuff. Because if that's dangerous, man. What he was doing under the car like that, just whacking him with a little stick.
I was watching the jack.
And you're just watching him the whole time.
I was watching the jack.
Man, that's hilarious. The jack. Yeah, keep your eyes on the jack, buddy. As soon as it starts tipping, yell.
Yeah. Squirm out.
Dude, he's so big, he's never gonna get out his shoulders. Or the car would probably just do this. It would fucking fall off the jack and just go dunk and hit his shoulder. He's just gonna be, Dad, the car just just lift up.
Oh my God, I'm dizzy.
Man. Dude, what a garage you got running over there. That's funny, man.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
That's funny.
That was pretty good.
Well, that's good though. At least you learned and you changed it, and the car's ready, and he's rolling with it, man. He's out there.
He's out.
So you
out
taught
right
him
now.
a lesson, and it thank God nothing happened bad, and you got it going.
It sounded like I was negligent. I was being careful. I knew you had just said, well, don't go under the car with that shitty jack. And Reese is lying on the floor right under the engine block of the car. I just had to show Abdul. I'm like, yeah, this is the idiot I'm fucking working with here.
Oh man!
But it was always safety first. I was the one that put the log so the car wouldn't roll and all that.
Oh jeez, dude. I hope.
But we got it done.
Yeah, that's funny, man. That's good though. Yeah, you got that done. So what else is going on in life that you're not working on a neighbor's car tomorrow, are you?
Well, my next door neighbor, as you know, my next door neighbor have a garage, and he drove by and he's like, "That's pretty good. What did you learn to do that?" And I'm like, we just learned it now." And he was like, "Wow, that's really good." And I'm like, "You're gonna be joking, like neighbor joking. Oh, you're gonna be my competition." And I'm like, "Yeah, well, I don't know if you're ever going to be able to charge $4 an hour for your work, because it took us like 19 hours to do something that would have taken you a half an hour." But
that's hilarious, man.
there's a lot of screws on a fender. See, you have to find them.
You should have told them that you glued a penny and a dime together and put it on the brake switch. Honestly,
I think it was pretty resourceful. That's pretty resourceful.
Definitely is. It definitely is. I'm laughing because I would do the same thing. If it's a shit car that you're just fixing up, I would do the same thing. It's not like anything.
And it's a Pishnoute under the dash. No one's gonna see it. And the brakes work.
It's just funny to me that if you owned a garage and you were telling this to the customer, like I could totally see you as a character doing that. That's so funny, man.
I wouldn't tell him exactly. I just said I fixed it. Don't worry, it's all fixed.
Oh God.
I only added 11 cents to your bill. Don't worry.
Good news is the value of your car went up. Your car's now worth 11 cents more.
Oh, and then my oven broke too last night. After the whole long day of putting the car together, we come in and just trying to make me a pizza. Yeah. And the element explode, electricity explosion,
Oh no.
Yeah. So my kitchen need to be redone, but I mean COVID-19 is not really contributing to the fucking
people are doing stuff, man.
Budget.
I don't know about obviously the budget, but people are doing. My neighbors are my parents' neighbors here. They're like ripping apart their backyards and stuff. They got tractors in there and everything. Like I didn't know that was we're back to that already. I thought it was essential only.
You know me well enough to know that I did not have a rainy day fund set aside for. Yeah, because this would be a great time. I can't, like every other home project I've done, I work on it 3 days and then I go away to Sudbury. So the kids are just walking under ladders for 3 days while I'm gone. Takes me a long time to finish it. Right now, if I had the budget, I could gut my kitchen.
Yeah.
Do it all myself. But I don't have $20,000, whatever. Yeah. I just redid my mortgage and made my payment max out. Now I haven't paid my mortgage in 2 months.
You know what, man? It's not the time to start doing any of that stuff. I think like right now everyone needs to settle down and just like see where this goes, because it could hit like just look up what like recession times were. People weren't redoing their kitchens, like this is what's gonna hit. Like I think it's it's time to like hunker down, not blow all your money. Like, obviously, shop local when you're buying stuff, so it helps the economy. But you can't.
Real estate.
It's not a time to be blowing money.
Over 60% real estate transaction over the last 2 months
are down.
April, for instance.
Yeah.
In the city of Montreal, say last April, I think the stats were in the Gazette yesterday. But,
yeah.
So say last year there was 2,600 transaction in the month of April.
Yeah.
On the island of Montreal. This April there was 500 and something.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's it, man.
Well, you can't go visit. I mean, theoretically, you're supposed to not be.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be affected hard because the real estate market. Because I mean, nobody can travel now. Airbnb is gonna tank, and let's be honest, Airbnb is pretty much what's been rising, like making real estate get really expensive everywhere. So they're gonna tank, and then there's gonna be a lot more rentals and people selling. The market probably go down. I mean, this is all stuff I imagine is going to happen. It just seems logical in my head. I don't know if it's
so hard to figure out. I think.
Well, the longer we stay locked up, I think that's what makes it worse. That's why, obviously, the wealthy people like Elon Musk, right, and all those other people, everyone wants to get back up and running. Because the longer this goes on, the less money people have. And the more people start losing jobs when it does come back, because now we're not coming back at full pace again.
Yeah.
So it's going to get,
I think what's different about this recession, the recession caused by this thing, though, different from previous recession, is that the type of people that are now out of work. You know what I mean? Like, there's still a lot of essential job are lower and middle class job.
Yeah.
That are still working, where in the past it's all been those jobs are the ones that are lost first, right? The rich people protect staying rich, but I mean, you're CEO of a fucking Burger King. See, there's nothing going on. I don't know. I think the fact that it's global, the recovery will be faster because everyone's in the same boat.
Maybe, you might be right.
There are companies that will come out super strong. Like I imagine Amazon. I mean, I can't imagine that they needed the competitive edge.
Right.
But let's see. Can you imagine the numbers that Amazon was put up? And they were just old enough of a company that they could increase output by have 1 month of 70% increase over previous year, and they could accommodate that growth because their fulfillment is perfect, their systems are perfect.
Well, I mean, I don't know about
that
perfect,
company is going to be.
I mean, perfect for efficiency.
Perfectly ready to grow.
Efficiency,
perfectly ready.
Yeah.
So, like, he needed that. Like, they needed to grow. I mean, but other company, small bit. The Canadian government, I think, has done a great job. Now, whether the country will be able to recover from the debt and the deficit that this has created, but all the program of where small businesses have 75% of their rent paid, where they have guaranteed loan that they only have to pay 75% of those loan back. First of all, a guaranteed loan with 0 or 1% interest, and they only have to pay back 75%. It's like loans with a 25% return. It's crazy.
Yeah, but I mean, again, look, the longer this goes on, people don't have money, man. It's not going to help in the end, I don't think. I mean, already places are going out of business.
But they have more than zero, right? They have more than $0.
Derek, for example, like the Vancouver airport, I think it was. I saw that they announced that I think it was a quarter of their staff or something that they're losing
millions. Yeah.
They said I think it's 3/4 less of the travelers are going to be traveling in the next 3 years or something like that. So they're laying off a bunch of people because they know that there's going to be less people traveling. So if they're laying people off because of that, just think of all those restaurants in the airport. Less people are going to be there. All those things add up, man. Here, I want to pull it up because I want to.
I agree. I totally agree. It's just hard, and I don't know about you. I mean, I guess I do know about you. You're one of the people that opened my eyes to this, because you're one that's you're careful and reticent and whatever. You're not going to be the first one out there rubbing elbows and two cheek kissing everybody. I'm like, I'm not usually the one that conform. I'm not the guy that listen to whatever the police say or whatever the law says or the government say. I'm not usually the one that's gonna jump and follow that like crazy. But
yeah,
I'm so ready to just become regular again that if they say tomorrow we're allowed to mix, I would have a party in my house tomorrow, and I would do a show tomorrow, and I would shake hands with people after the show.
I don't know.
It's probably careless, but I would.
Who knows, man? I mean, you go out there, you're at the stores and stuff, and like people, it seems like some of the employees don't even, they're just walking around. You go to Canadian Tire, they're not wearing masks and stuff. They're just walking around like normal.
Yeah, young people don't really.
So it kind of makes you wonder, you're like, well, these people work here every day and they're interacting with people all the time and they don't seem scared or worried about it for some reason. Maybe it's because they're so desensitized because they're there every day that maybe that when it does hit, it's bad. I don't know. Maybe that's not a good thing that they're not really worried about it. They're still like keeping distance and everyone's got to, when you come into the store, you got to disinfect your hands and everything. But
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe everyone's taking it too much. Maybe we're not. Who knows what's going on, man? It's crazy to like, we can't tell anyone, but it seems, do you know anyone that got it here in Montreal? Like, I feel like Montreal and Quebec, like the numbers are way, it's crazy. It doesn't make any sense. How many people? Yeah.
Across the street. Actually, one of her best friend died on last Wednesday. But not COVID. She just had a massive heart attack. But I can't help but think, she's in her 70s. And the stress of this situation for some people is possibly was a contributor. But her grandson's girlfriend's grandfather passed from COVID last night. But yeah, I don't have any.
I think also, another person we know also. I think for sure, but definitely elderly. The elderly, there's no doubt, man, they're getting affected.
Like we know a couple of people that have recovered.
The CHSLDs, those are definitely,
oh my god,
for sure, no doubt,
nightmare, man.
No doubt, those places are getting hit. But I mean, like, I know, it's definitely there. I mean, people are getting it. But it's crazy. Like, what? How is it still spreading so fast? Like, it feels like the numbers are way higher. And Quebec is a shady kind of place. Quebec seems like a place where
you keep saying that. I think we're handling it great.
Listen, you get money. From what I understand, you get money,
a
right? A
place with Doug Ford as the premier, you think is less shady than Quebec?
Oh, Quebec, dude. Quebec is. Come on, are you kidding me? You know as much as I know that the mafia is like rampant in Quebec government.
But they're not involved Montreal in government putting out COVID-19 numbers or testing.
Okay, but you do get money if you test. If you're treating patients, the federal government's going to give provincial government money. So they're not going to give you money at the end of the day. You're not going to be like, hey, we needed help. We needed help for all this. I don't know, man. I don't know. Who knows?
Healthcare is a provincial jurisdiction. There are transfer payments from the federal government, but once they're made, it's up to the province to manage it.
Quebec is just chalking up people, man. They don't even. And then, did you see about? And then some people they're not even testing. It's crazy. How are the numbers so high and they're not even? Did you see George Larac? No one's talking about this shit at all.
Yeah, I saw George Larac.
George Larac got it, right?
Yeah.
And then he was on the news 2-3 days ago, and he was saying how he got it. When he went to the hospital, he asked them for a test. They didn't want to give him a test. They go, no, it's all right. You don't need a test. Just go home. They told him it was nothing. Then the next day they called him, and they told him he had pneumonia. They fucked up on the x-ray. He had pneumonia. So come back. So he comes back to the hospital, and he goes, listen, you got to tell me if I have it. I need to know because I've been delivering food to elderly people all week.
Oh, fuck.
So they need to know if I have it. And they didn't want to test him. He had to fight for it, dude.
That's one person, though, dude.
That's one person. That's the way it is.
No, but I mean, one person that was probably telling him that.
But the healthcare, but the healthcare system in Quebec, man, we all know, you can't act like it's great. It's shit. It's the worst, dude. Quebec healthcare sucks, man.
Okay, that's different than the mafia is fucking making the COVID numbers go up.
No, I'm not saying the mafia is making it, but
system
dude, it's a fucking runaround. Quebec is all about fucking money, dude. You know this. It's all about the runaround bureaucracy.
Disagree, dude.
All right.
There's too much much bureaucracy. Some points I will give you. There is way too much bureaucracy in Quebec, which I hate to say is one of the top 5 points of why people want to separate from Quebec. Too much bureaucracy. By separating, you cut out theoretically 50% of your bureaucracy.
Well, no, because the federal,
you get rid of a whole.
The Canadian government's about 25% of the headache of bureaucracy when you live in Quebec. It's fucking way higher when you're in Quebec. Everything you got to do for Quebec government is a nightmare. Dude, you call the Canadian government, it's a beauty to call them, man. I love the Canadian government.
Okay, I agree with you there in some instances, yes. And let's give the credit to the federal government, how they're going to pay down this deficit that they're incurring with all this. They're just shelling out money. See, we're all thankful. But I mean, like, I know I'm not going to abuse it. Like, my day to file for the CERB is tomorrow. But I want to try to make my own money. I'm going to try to do maybe an online show next week.
Yeah.
So I'm like, maybe I won't apply for the CERB. I don't know. I have to read into if it's retroactive, if I do need it. But they made it $1,000 a month that you can earn. And in April, I earned like $940 doing the debaters.
Okay.
So it's right there. So I couldn't earn any more. So I'm like, if I do an online show and then anyway. So, but that's me. I don't want to have to owe them back. So I'm like thinking maybe I won't even ask for it. But I know that there's people out there that are just taking it. They don't need it, but they're just taking 100%. It because it's easy. Because it's so easy.
100%.
And that makes me sad in a time like this. But I've become very dejected with my fellow man. Watching America made me realize that there's more people that are inherently self-serving, therefore, and will do really shady.
Oh man, the scams that come out of this thing.
If you would have asked me 5 years ago, I would have said 9 out of 10 people would. Like if you given somebody the choice, take option A that improves your life by 50%, but hurts 25 people, that decreases their quality of life by 75%, 25 people. I would have said 9 people out of 10 would say no to that.
Right.
Now I'm realizing that there's more people that are so self-involved that my life gets 50% better, and I could, and 100 other people are gonna lose quality of life by like 50%. Fuck you. I want me. Yeah, fix me. Fix me up.
Yeah,
and that's made me very sad. And it's not just in America. It was they made it obvious, but I'm seeing now around this, even in our own country, that
it's. I think what it
is. But I don't think that in Quebec. I don't think that we more so in Quebec. I think we live in a good place, man.
No, we definitely do live in a good place. The government sucks balls, buddy. The government's the worst. Like, I don't know how you could even. I don't know. What do you have a deal with them? What do you under contract? I don't get it.
No, this is a never before. Man. This is an.
You're acting like I'm fucking.
You're talking about when you say government, are you talking about the bureaucracy of Quebec, or you're talking about the current government, the leadership of the government?
No, I don't care about the leadership. Quebec has always been like the health since like the 90s, dude. The healthcare has just gone down consistently. And
so
now we're at
all these provincial things that Quebec fought for to get transfer authority from a federal government, that we won a lot of the things. We never figured out how to manage it because we don't have the right system set up. I'm not trying to say. First of all, I'm definitely not saying separation is good. I'm against separation. Yeah. I'm for removing that. That's why when Justin Trudeau said electoral reform. That was my big thing. Yes, oh my God, I love you. Yeah. Let's do this. It takes a guy who doesn't know anything about government to want to fucking change all of it, because he's been living our reality longer than an official.
Yeah.
But it all needs an overhaul. It's all fucking garbage. All the bureaucracy, the fact that, you know, like in a situation like this, they give fucking discretionary authority to police. Fucking police. See, the guy that failed the plumbing exam, that, I'm a police because I can bench press. Fuck, see, why discretionary? Like, there's people getting tickets. Chad's kids got fucking accosted and said, we're going to give you a ticket. And they're like, no, we all live together. And his kids look alike too. But they're like, they didn't believe them. The cops, they're kids. First of all, they're kids. They're you know, like what, 12, 14, 15. They're at playing football. Yeah. They don't have ID with them. The cops didn't believe that it was possible that 5 kids, you all live together. That's bullshit. No one, you know. And they're like, no, we do. We're all siblings. It's in...
Yeah, and they live in Quebec, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a shit fucking...
I'm saying the bureaucracy part, terrible. The job that François Legault, and I didn't vote for François Legault, and I probably wouldn't vote for him in the next election either, because although the threat of separation after this, and after all the help that Canada gave to Quebecois people, I think everyone's going to be like, no, fuck, we love the federal government. They're just forking over money, especially all these... the not the greatest Quebecois people that took advantage of, took the money when they didn't need it or didn't even qualify for it, but just said, like, it was crazy how easy it was to get did you have a job? Yes. Did you make $5,000 last year? Well, on va dire. You know what I mean? just yes. They don't check. Like, I literally know somebody, and it's a friend of my son.
Don't out anyone.
No, I'm not gonna name names, but
don't out, man.
You know, man.
I don't know,
bureaucracy.
Man.
If we could get rid of 80% of bureaucracy, use that saved money to make the things like the healthcare system better, the education system better. But the people of Quebec inherently, I think, I'm going to just say it, we're better than most other place. We've all got problems, but I love this place. I feel so lucky.
I love it too,
here.
buddy. But I'm not going to go as far as saying it's that great. It's got a lot of fucking problems that needs to get fixed. Before we go any further, let me just say this. What I was saying about the Vancouver airport, it's laying off 25% of its workforce because, and they feel, and then 26 workforce that was geared for an airport handling 26 million passengers a year is being reduced as the authority projects the airport will see 8 to 15 million passengers per year over the next 3 years.
Wow.
So that's what they're projecting, man. So that's, if you think about that.
Vancouver airport?
Vancouver, yeah. And that's, you know, travel down. Nobody's renting. Places are, losing value. People start selling. It's going to tank a lot of things the longer this goes on and the more people are worried about traveling.
Well, for the good people of Vancouver, if the real estate market there took a little downturn, that wouldn't be too bad.
Well, you know what, dude? I'm kind of happy about all of that. With like, especially like,
we can buy a bungalow on the moon for cheaper than you can buy a fucking Vancouver.
But Airbnb, man, tanking, that would be a great thing for housing for sure. Like, it would just make it affordable again. You know, it got to a point where it's like nobody could afford anything. And it's just so bad, man. Like, it needs to tank. The housing market, I mean, I feel bad for people that just bought houses. Because if it goes down in value, you just, you know, well, fuck, you lost a lot of money. You could. I mean, I don't know.
Would suck. I don't know that the houses, so far they haven't said the housing market values are going down.
Exactly, it hasn't. So let's hope it doesn't.
The demand has gone down, but the supply has also gone down. Because like, if you were thinking of moving this spring, right? You were thinking of moving this spring. But now you're like, oh, fuck, we can't go visit places. We can't look. We can't. I don't work. Anytime you move, you want to have a little bit of scratch to do stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, it's. But I mean, some people have to be moving. Some people, whatever was already set up.
Yeah, those people.
Some people bought houses. They're being built. You know, all that stuff. That's
Hopefully they don't move in and it's worth $40,000 less the day they move in.
Exactly, man. You know, who knows? And that's when it gets sad.
This light is great. This light's great, by the way.
I can't wait to see what you're looking like right now, man. You probably look at that shine.
Keep glancing over at
myself. Good. Hey. You look good, buddy. Yeah, you got a light. You got the shirt. All right, man. What else do I want to? So what do you got? I can't even breathe over here.
I went to the pool store. Apparently, the pool store is essential service, and I think because of this, the COVID thing. I don't know. I was talking with the kids again. You get your brain on all these big projects like gutting the kitchen, gutting the bathroom, and then we're looking at this one spot in the yard. Have you seen Shangri-La yet? The backyard?
I've seen your Shangri-La. I have, yeah.
Well, so there was one spot off in the corner there, off to the left, that we're like, fuck, there's nothing really going on there. I've got a pile of firewood there right now, and I'm like, fuck, we could totally put a hot tub in there. That would be a fucking great little addition. So I had the pool store. I needed to go buy stuff for the pool because over the winter one of my pipes burst, whatever. So I needed to go buy some shit at the pool store. Then I just kind of meander over to the spa section, and I'm like kicking the hot tub. I'm like, how much for this, baby? He's like, hey man, that's all we got. When the modèle de plancher is all that's left. People have been isolated, and everyone's buying hot tubs.
Wow.
But here's the thing. So that demand went up. He's like, yeah, it's crazy. I can't keep them because he's not getting any more. The factories that make hot tubs are not essential. So there's no more hot tubs being made. So it's basically all floor models that were left at the pool store.
Yeah, man. These are things too that you're going to start seeing that too.
People that do have money, people that would ever be in the market for a hot tub, still have enough money to buy a hot tub. You know what I mean?
Well, I think a lot of people are just going, fuck, what else are we going to do? I mean, the money that you were spending, maybe going to work every day, go put it on a finance a hot tub, and just... Some people are working still, So if you're working, you're still getting your salary. Yeah, man, I go buy a hot tub right now.
But then when you get home, you're not supposed to go out and stuff, or you were planning the big family vacation for June.
Yeah,
and fuck, we have $10,000 put aside for this big family vacation. Looks like it's a staycation.
Let's get a hot tub.
Whatever it is. Anyway, they bought all the hot tubs, and no more hot tubs are coming because the hot tub factories are closed.
Yeah, so...
this is where when you're a millennial fucking entitled asshole, you're like, what do you mean the hot tub factories are closed? How could they do this?
If you're in America...
what's next?
If you're in America, they'd be
no more makeup, son of a bitch.
They'd be arguing your freedom's being taken away right now. My freedom and right to a hot tub. It's great.
I'm gonna
I'm
gonna start and stop and start. I'm coming up to an hour.
Just start and stop the video only.
Only
just the video. Yeah, do it quick. I'll keep them entertained, buddy. Just hit that button. Yeah, it's Derek's. But it's not bad like that. Yeah, we. Sign it up, line.
Too many claps.
That's now I don't even know what I'm going to do. So what's the plans, man? What's going on for you going to do another show?
Oh, I wish I would have brought it down. Again, Abdul had to sit through 20 minutes of me setting up my shit again.
Yeah, that's why I'm half asleep now. I did borrow a light,
so I'm better lit than I usually am.
Yeah, you look great, man.
Last night I was jotting down just a list of things to do. And today, like you said, it took you fucking 5 hours to change 4 tires. But I did a lot of things. I managed to check 4 things off my list. And my list is a paper like this, full, every line full, and a recto verso. I have so much shit to do. And I filed my income taxes today.
Oh, man, good for you.
I did a second edit on my album. I did the kids' tires, and I inflated the tires and tried to balance them as best as I can just by driving it.
Yeah.
I popped one of the weights off of one of the tires. I put together Shangri-La, hung all the lights, put the snowblower in the shed. Like I did a lot. I've checked a lot of shit off on my little list. It felt good to check. And
I love how happy you are to do like things around the house. Like you're so excited. Like, yeah, I'm getting things done. Checking them off the list.
I actually, this is stupid, an impulse buy. It's going to sound maybe braggy even, but we're sitting out in the Shangri-La.
Yeah.
And I'd been working all day. I'd been drinking since like 1 o'clock, beers. And so I'm drinking slower. Angela started drinking right at like 7. So I go, can you get me a beer? So I get up out of Shangri-La, come in the house, come to the fridge here in the garage, get her a beer, bring it out, and then I'm sitting there on my phone answering. I didn't check my email all day, so I'm answering Dan Moskovich, who didn't get the last edits, and answering some email. And then I just, she's like, oh, you're not even talking to me. And she looks, can you get me another beer? I'm like, what the fuck? I just got you a beer. She's like, well, yeah, but you've been drinking all day. I'm just starting to pick up the pace. So right there, I fucking pretended I was still emailing. I bought myself a mini fridge to put in Shangri-La. So we had beer right in the gazebo.
All of that because you didn't want to get up and go get her another beer?
That's right.
You bought a mini fridge for the Shangri-La?
It's so luxurious out there. It would be nice to have a little, don't you think? A nice little
100%. It would be amazing to have it. Why not?
And you just go like that.
Go ahead. Get it. But I love how you just you got it. That was your thought. You're like, convenient. Let me just get a fridge right here.
Also, I realize this. I don't know if everyone else knows this already. I am guilty of buying on Amazon a lot because it's so easy. I'm like, I'm in the shed. I'm in the shed and I'm like, tabarnak, my ratchet broke. Ratchet, bring a ratchet. But then I was like, I pay all this money for Costco. My Costco membership just came up.
Yeah.
And I didn't even spend enough. I got that executive cashback thing.
Yeah. You got the good Costco
like you spend
card.
enough and then your next membership, it's free. Plus you maybe get some cash. I didn't even spend enough money at Costco last year to get the free membership.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Because when I go there, it's
got to get out the Costco. But now you're not going to Costco now.
I talk about it on my album though that I Costco, it's great. I paid the money to go to Costco. Every time I go to Costco, it's $700. Doesn't matter. I'm going there for eggs and a couple steaks.
Yeah.
I leave. It's $700. Like after the fucking last year, I bought the canoe. The fucking last summer, I bought the fire pit, and then that ended up in $9,000 worth of other things to complement this $100 fire pit. Costco is killer. They kill me.
Yeah.
But I'm like, Costco is huge. They have everything at Costco. So I'm like, I Google Costco, and there's an app. So like Amazon. So now I'm going to shop on Costco and at least get cash back. Amazon's got to come up with a cash back system.
Yeah.
If they want my business.
It's pretty hard. I tried to order some stuff on Costco and a lot of stuff sold out. You can still get things, but like a lot of the stuff, soap, laundry soap, all that thing, that was all sold out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought it would be other like bigger things. Like Amazon just has everything, right? Amazon like
too now, man.
Costco,
I'm seeing
Depot, everything.
A lot of things I'm seeing at Amazon that I've been like you normally could just grab easily. It's harder to get now. They're sold out, or even there's it's the camera store. I was looking at a couple little things that I need, and I couldn't. They're sold out. Like
really?
Again, like you're saying, a lot of these factories are closed, so they can't even get new stock. Right. So a lot of stuff it's just running out. The longer you do this, we don't have anything. So it's kind of getting sketchy a little bit, you know? I mean, again, the essentials. Like you're not going to have a hot tub. but
son of the bitch.
But I mean, like, it's a lot more people are buying stuff from Costco now. It's harder to get, so their stock is down, you know, like everything is being affected, so it's kind of what do you do? And now you ever go? You can't go to Costco anymore unless you want to wait in a giant line.
Yeah, we did that. I did. Well, that was some content
God,
that I
never, man. I'm not waiting in a line that big.
We went to Costco and we had to. So my mom's still the lockdown is a little bit less strict at her building now.
Yeah,
but my sister and I have been taking care of her. So my mom needed stuff at Costco. So we'll go to the one in Candiac where she live.
Yeah.
We get in the line of Costco and it's like 3 times like this, like the whole length of the building. They made a little labyrinth out of pallets, whatever.
Yeah.
So Angela and I are both standing in line there. I'm like, fuck, we're going to do this line. And then we have to go to IGA too.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, good. Why don't you do Costco? I'll go to IGA. And we'll be going in the line at the same time. And she got into before me, but it was an hour. We were both in the line for about an hour.
Yeah.
And we finished at about the same time, which worked out good. So we brought my mom her stuff, and
Yeah, it's pretty crazy that it takes that long now to be like just go to a store and get some stuff. You got to wait a while. You got to get in line and wait. And...
At the pool store, I waited for 30 minutes.
Wow,
to get into the pool store. Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, it's a different way, and if it stays, you're gonna have to. Winter hits.
The whole experience is just weird too.
It's weird.
So I'm at the pool store. The guy that's helping me was super great guy too. The young guy.
Yeah.
But he had one of those welder thing, not welder, but the doctors they're wearing now with the shield.
Yeah, they got the shield.
So that's what he had.
Yeah.
And the whole time, and you get used to it after a while, and that was fine. But then I get to the cash, and there's plexiglass there too.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I can't put it up on the counter. So she just wheeled my basket around to her side, which I've touched all this shit. I understand the precaution, but it's not really, anyway.
It's more the being close to each other, I think.
She scanned all my shit, and one of the things didn't have a sticker, so price check, and somebody have to go all the way back. So I'm standing in, every cash register aisle, it's this thing.
Yeah.
There's the counter where you put your stuff, and then there's usually those barrières behind you that we're often leaning on.
Yeah.
Well, I'm there, and somebody's gone to do a price check, but there was one lady, she wasn't buying anything. She came in for a meeting or something, so she wanted to leave, and I'm standing in the little corridor that go to the outside door.
Yeah.
And she's like, standing 10 feet away. Excuse me, monsieur, I want to pass. I want to pass by, so... Can you fucking leave the building so that I can actually go by without getting within 5 feet of you?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh yeah, okay. And I'm looking, so I go to the end of the cash, and then I guess I have to go outside to let you leave.
Yeah.
She would have had to scooch,
She couldn't do
this
it
close. So for me to give her enough space, I had to fucking leave the building and come back.
It's
so that kind of thing is weird. I would never think to do that.
Yeah.
I've had it happen. I went down the wrong alleyway. Now in the grocery store, they have arrows.
Yeah, they got the arrows.
I didn't know. I told Angela my experience when I came out that I got somebody looked at me like I was a fucking serial killer because I was going down the wrong thing. She's like, yeah, they're very serious about following the arrows because I'm going down this way and somebody was coming this way. And I'm like, bonjour, salut, whatever. I said hello as I'm crossing by, and they're like, ugh, they're climbing up in the fucking dry goods. Don't look at me. Like you can give corona by saying hello to somebody. I have to say hello pretty fucking moistly fucking to infect you, you psycho.
Yeah, man, everybody's kind of on edge and worried about catching it. You gotta watch out. You coming down an aisle, oh shit, all right, I gotta go around. How do I get through this aisle? It's a sketchy time to be alive. You don't want to get infected. But
how are things with you, buddy? It's always about me. I'm so
It's all right, man. I like
shitting on all the self-absorbed people.
How are you? Hilarious. I'm good, man. I'm okay. Just trying to stay alive over here. Getting out whenever I can for a little drive or something. I did worked on the pickup truck.
Saw a picture of you sitting on the porch today.
Yeah.
You didn't look like you just looked
just getting sun.
Like,
just let me out.
I'm outside.
Yeah, let me out, dude. I just gotta get out. It's wild, man. It's getting. It's definitely getting annoying.
Your dad went for some tests today, he said?
Yeah, he just had to get a blood test, so I had to bring him to the hospital. It's a sketchy, it's very...
It's a scheduled thing, though? It's not like a...
Yeah, no, it's just that doctor needs a blood test. He just had heart surgery and everything. He's got like a bunch of tests to do, and he had to go.
Feeling okay? There's not...
Yeah, he's okay. Up. It's just all... so far he's good. He's hanging out. He's doing good. But yeah, it's sketchy having to bring him all the time, man. At least, he's going to the hospital, and... It's like you got to remind him, don't touch anything, don't talk.
The big one, he's going to the big hospital every time?
No, we don't, not that. Actually, even worse, man, Lakeshore. That's sketchy.
Is that where you went today?
Today for the blood test.
Oh, shit, they just had another outbreak at the Lakeshore.
I know, that's why I'm not happy about going there, but it's like, even he called them and they're like, don't worry, we got it under control. I'm like, yeah, I know the fucking Quebec government, they got everything under control. That's what they tell you, and then when you get it, they go, on savait pas, excusez-moi.
That's what we meant by control. We totally controlled the COVID going right into your lungs.
Dude, everybody, man. Dude, I've had it. My lungs collapsed. They sent me home. They go, you take Tylenol. It's muscle pain. The next day they call me like, oh shit, the doctor read the x-ray wrong. Dude, the same thing. It's always like that. It's just, it's horrible.
George Larac, black guy.
Yeah.
Abdul Butt, brown guy.
There you go. As soon as we come in,
X-ray machines only work on Caucasians.
Yeah, it seems like, that's what it sounds like. Sounds exactly like that. Or maybe because you're French, maybe how about that? Hey, buddy, you want to go down that road? Hey, maybe they give you better service. That's the way it is, man. It's not easy for the rest of us out here. It's hard.
You gotta be like me. You gotta make your lung X-rays much more easy to see. Just fill them.
Yeah,
they're still black. That's perfect.
Exactly.
Next.
They just blend right in with the rest of the X-rays. It's just bone. All you see is your ribs. Nothing. There's no fucking lung.
Fuck! I didn't show you the pic. It's on my phone. The picture. My friend Jay had open heart surgery today.
Yeah, that's. I'm glad he's
a massive man too. So his sternum is like. When he was talking about having to get the surgery, I'm like, what kind of bone saw are they gonna? Literally, Black and Decker just fucking. His sternum must be this thick. See, and just he said, yeah, the doctor said it was a challenge to get to, and now he's like, fuck, got this zipper of staple all up his chest.
Yeah,
but he's good. He's conscious. He was sitting up and he's in pain.
That's good to hear. Yeah, it's gonna hurt like a bitch.
Crack him open.
Man, for sure. It looked
like
it
special
hurt.
effects kind of hurt. Yeah,
it looked like it hurt. Like I came out of surgery on my lungs, and I know that hurt. But man, it looked like it hurt my old man. It's like a pain where you can't even move. And I had that when I came out from lung surgery for. The first day, for sure. The first day is brutal. Second day, then you're starting to like, okay, I'll eat a little Jello. You start getting, you get going again. But as soon as you come out of surgery, God, that was bad. But this, man, oof. It looks painful for at least five days of like
it looks bad. Unnatural too, like metal on the outside of your body holding you together. Oof.
It looks bad, and then you still, but you do recover. Like they get you up and going pretty quick, like to get you going, good. Like almost like they don't want you to just sit around. They want you to push, I guess, to get your heart going to like get it working, But yeah, it's very definitely looks like a lot of pain. It looks like a very painful place, oh man, I can't imagine. And it sucks. It seems like it's very common too. Like they're like, oh, don't worry about it. When you get those, your heart, like open heart surgery now, they're like, yeah, we do that all the time. Like, I guess we're all just eating that shitty that everybody's getting this now. Everyone has to get it done. So they're so used to it. And hats off. They're doing a great job. I mean, it definitely they figured out how to keep us alive. But
they don't want to let a guy like me going in there like, oh, I'm gonna take this Pishnoute and fucking I got a fucking turkey baster. I'll just throw that in one of the valves here.
You definitely got to be careful, man. Yeah, you got to take care of your health, man. It's pretty.
No, I mean, let me be the surgeon. I mean, just like I did with the Camry, just pat down something and I'll just stick this penny right under your fucking aorta. We're good.
Yeah. Let me smoke a little more before is there a smoke break in the middle of this surgery? That's exactly what you would ask.
Yeah, nurse, scalpel.
Is there any way I could get a smoke break in the middle of this thing?
I need an ashtray.
Yeah, just hold one of those vacuums over your head while you smoke with an oxygen mask over you. Gosh, you got to have that cigarette every time. Buddy, I guess we got to call it. We gonna end this?
We could, yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna call it. I gotta go to. Yeah, I gotta get up early. I gotta do stuff. We gotta start downloading, uploading.
Yeah, I got an interview tomorrow morning with a group. I don't know how I ended up getting invited to it. It looked like it was.
You got an interview with a group?
The email signature. First of all, the email signature says, whatever the name, their name. But it says my pronouns are ze, zer, zaz.
I don't know if we should be talking about this on the podcast, man. This is where we get in trouble. I've seen all the other podcasts. But this is where they get in trouble,
so not
buddy.
only that, not only is this person the person that has different pronouns, all of which there's 4 pronouns. I've never heard of any of them. They all start with the letter Z.
Yeah.
And her signature is vice president of the People of Color with Disabilities Association. And I'm like, why the fuck are you interviewing me? This is a really weird. But I'm like, yeah, I got nothing to do. It's COVID-19. Let's do it. But
what are they interviewing you for? Maybe they. What, like,
I don't know.
No, you didn't ask.
Let's let's cut to the problem. Let's cut to the problem we have. I don't know.
Oh, man. Well, good luck with that, man. That sounds like
when Billy Graham interviewed Larry Flint. That's what I am. I'm the Larry Flint in this scenario, maybe.
Well, I don't know why the hell they want to talk to you, but it sounds fishy, buddy. I'd be worried. Joanne
Britton set it up, so.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah, thanks. I'll let you know how it goes.
Yeah, I'm very intrigued.
I'm a nice guy, dude.
You're a great person. You're a great person, and I'm just bugging you because it's you're not. I know. We know.
I also don't. Yeah, I don't like. I won't be bullied by somebody who wants me to call them Zer.
I don't know what that is. Is that real?
I don't know what that is either.
It's real.
And I think it's okay.
Maybe this interview's not on this planet. Is this another planet that this interview is happening on?
I don't know. I gotta ask them.
I don't know. Maybe
I'm already getting used to that. I'm gonna ask them about it because I don't know if it's he or she. I mean, I know just by looking at a picture.
But wasn't even them? Wasn't one of the things? I thought you said it was a Z or Zer and a Za.
Z, Zer, Zem, Zos,
Zem. So it's probably Zem. Maybe it's Pig Latin. What's Zem? Isn't that what's the one where you change the? It's Pig Latin, right?
I don't know. You just make up whatever you want now. Apparently, I don't know I don't know.
It's got to have a Z.
But if I fuck it up, if I okay, my pronoun is Z and Zer, and if I say you, am I gonna get in shit? And if I get in shit, I'll be like, fuck you. It's English. It's my second language.
All right, this is where we lose status. This is where.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm already getting mad at the person.
You're getting in trouble.
I haven't even met them.
All right,
I'm sure this person is going to be lovely. The emails have been very.
I would
nice.
love to hear how it went on the next episode.
Yes.
We all want to hear what happened with the Z. And,
okay,
and if you're
I bet you the person is
still. Who knows? Maybe Zem
are going to be great. I'm sure. So far, Zay have been super.
Zay might have
every Z-mail we've sent to each other has been super polite.
Exactly. Yeah, they are. Zay are going to be a good. I don't know. This is ridiculous. Well, man, it was nice knowing you. I'm
gonna do a show. Although, let's announce it. What's it? I'm gonna do a show.
When are you doing it?
I'm doing it surprise. It's gonna be different.
A surprise show.
The location will be different from every other show that I've done online.
Ooh!
If you've seen me, if we've had a Zoom meeting
is
together,
this one
will be different.
On the toilet?
What an idea.
Stand up on the toilet?
I mean, okay, you know what? I'll let the podcast people know. I'm going to do it in Shangri-La. I'm going to do it out in the yard.
Oh, nice.
We're going to do it out in the yard. We're going to look at some of the things.
That's lovely.
It's going to be, so today's the 13th. 22nd, Friday, May 22nd. We're doing a live show. It'll be Zoom and whatever. We'll plug it again on the podcast channel or whatever. But, and if Abdul gets... courageous enough to
maybe
leave
I'll watch
house.
it in your backyard, man. Maybe I'll come watch it in your backyard.
Maybe you could
6
come open.
6 feet away.
You could come open
for you in a backyard.
Come on, come do 10 minutes. Come do 10 minutes. And I'm thinking I'm going to invite some people. Why not? We'll all stay away from you. I'm thinking of inviting 10 people. You've seen my yard. There's enough room.
I don't know.
We could have one family in the Shangri-La.
No,
one
I'm not
family
congregating with 10 people. That's where the law. That's where
6
I
feet
lay
away.
down
We're
the law,
stay
buddy.
6 feet away. I'm going to send you a thing. My friend Lars Cadieux has been doing shows in Alberta.
Yeah.
Where they
There's
set
no
him up
law
in the driveway.
Alberta. They're not doing any laws there.
It's not a lawless
They can
place.
mingle. They're throwing oil at each other over there. They open up shop right away.
Why are you being like this?
Like
why?
what?
Why do you have to be... We're going to respect the rules. It's going to be on camera. We got to respect the rules. So if I'm standing at the door here...
breaking the law.
There's people in the Shangri-La.
Yeah.
You have to live in the same household if you're going to sit together, but they can sit together there. Up on the deck, they can sit together there. On this deck, they can sit together there. The one up beside the patio door, they can sit together there. Beside the cabanon, they can sit together there.
Yeah.
Right? So 10 people, say there's 5 couples. We have 5 different places for each couple to sit. They can hold hands and lick each other and fucking whatever. And everyone will be 6 feet away from each other. And you could do 10 minutes in front of me, and I will pay you.
You're pretty optimistic, eh? You think
Dozens of dollars.
we can do that in 2 weeks' time? What, May 22nd is what? In a week? 2 weeks? 10 days?
10 days, yeah.
Yeah, you think that's going to be doable?
We can do it right now.
Is that allowed? We can do that?
I just need to promote the show and get people to sign in to want to watch it, but...
All right, well, good luck, man. Maybe I'll come by.
You should come and do it with me,
I don't know if I want to...
And don't edit this out of the podcast either, you fucker. You just let everybody know what a chicken shit lowlife you are. We'll stay 6 feet away from you. You get free beer, maybe a little bit of scratch, a little bit of money.
Oh, a little bit of
your
money.
Family. We'll keep everybody 6 feet away from you.
I don't know, man. I don't know about that. It sounds sketchy, man. I'm not looking to spread the cause over here. All right, man.
Spread the what? Spread the what? Like you're saying all my friends have the corona?
No. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying maybe one of them does. Maybe one,
and if
not
they don't
all
come
of them.
Within 6 feet of you, then what's the danger?
The danger is what if I touch something? What if I touch a doorknob? You can't do anything. What am I? You got to. We can't use your bathroom. I'm peeing in the bush.
Before,
I'm not
Abdul,
going in your house. Peeing in the bushes.
You're not allowed. Exactly. You're not coming in the house. Why are you touching the doorknobs? What do you have, OCD? Just walking around in life touching doorknobs like a fucking freak?
You gotta stand away. It just seems so weird even. Like, it's just weird to even, see other people. I just want to stay locked up all the time. I don't want to get out.
See, and that's weird to me. How can you not want to? Like, there's an opportunity
joking, man.
to go.
I go out all the time for
people.
walks and see people, but I don't know. It just, you know what it is? It's like, because we're not even allowed to really have fun, that it's like, I don't even want to. What are we doing?
That's not the rule. The rule.
The rule is
you can have fun.
The way you catch it is you have fun. That's how you catch it. That's why they took away everything that you can have fun with. Can't go to the beach. Can't go out. Can't play sports. Can't do anything with your friends. All the fun stuff gone.
You have to find. That's you can't do it the old way, but you can do it. You have to find the new, safe, smart way to have fun. Zoom was fun for a while, but now the weather's getting nice.
Yeah.
We can find a way to have fun together from 6 feet.
Why don't we do a show? Why don't we do
we cover a frisbee in Purell.
Can we find a car, like one of those car movie theater places and do a stand-up show? Yeah, drive-in.
I did a podcast last night where apparently drive-in theaters, their phones are ringing off the hook from stand-up comedian trying to get. I thought, really? I got to get ahead of the curve.
Yeah, no, everybody wants to do it. Yeah,
everyone wants to stand up at the
that's going to be the new thing, though. Do you think? Well, hey, man, that'd be pretty cool. I'd go for that because it would change. Yeah. It would change the dynamic of having to tour mostly in the winter, and people will come out. It would be the opposite. It would be people will come out and see stand-up shows in the summer.
And then go sleep in a tent at the campsite next door.
Yeah, and then that's it. Yeah, they'd enjoy.
We should call a few, and it's crazy though. That. But over the last 25 years, what percentage of drive-in movie theaters do you think have closed in Canada?
Yeah,
because Canada is different than the southern United States. Drive-ins could sustain because they can open all year round.
Yeah,
but in Canada, drive-ins were hot through the 70s, and then in the 80s they started to drop off, and I would say probably 70% of drive-in movie theaters closed in Canada since 1990.
Oh, for sure. And I don't even think there's an English one in Quebec. I think they're all the only ones that are French. It's French. Yeah, you can't even get an English one. So they're definitely gone, man. They've disappeared.
Maybe that's the business plan because it doesn't seem like
I think that's what the only thing that's going to happen at least for a few years.
All the speakers could be Bluetooth now. Remember the old way you got to pull wire to every single stand. Well, no,
now you can just everyone can just tune in on FM radio. FM radio, man. Right. Yeah, you have a signal that transmits it, and then
Bluetooth would be even better. But
but then this way everyone gets it in their car, man. You just right away you click it onto the radio station, you get your feed. Everyone's doing stand-up. It comes into your car.
Fuck. You know what? Forget the show. Let's open up a drive-in movie theater together. Right on your... Don't you have some land in
it's not big. I thought about it, but it's not big enough to drive enough cars. I wish. Man. If it was big enough, we'd have got to get some land further out.
Let's get some land. Drive-in theater. Yeah.
Well, if people sit... But again, if you sit 6 feet apart...
we have to get bigger land.
You got to get a land where you can drive in, man. You get a nice chunk of land, an hour out of town. Hey, man. Yeah. I would drive an hour to go see a show.
Yeah.
What the hell else are we going to do?
A lot of campsites should be thinking about that,
But I don't think campsites are going to be able to open. because everyone uses the washrooms. They're not going to let you use it.
They're right on top of each other. You're right.
Yeah, no, they're not going to open. So campsites won't work, but people will drive from, if you're in a suburb, you'll go out to, you'll drive half hour out to a little bit further to go to a movie drive-in place where you can see a show. Why not?
I'm gonna look into this. Like probably somewhere between like your place and Ontario, there might be still a drive-in that
there's
exists.
Probably in Saint Eustache there's one.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
Anyone can rent it.
Yeah, you're right.
People can drive from Laval and go see a show. People drive from the West Island.
Technology now, if we can,
or
shoot
maybe
it
there's
on your HD camera, get it into the drive-in projector and.
Oh, dude, yeah. You project it right onto the big screen.
You're there live, but like at a concert, whatever. You're there little, but we put you up big also.
Yeah, that would be sick.
All right. I wrote it down. That's the only note I took. Drive-ins with a bunch of little arrows. Look at that, drive-ins.
Oh, man, now we said it on the podcast. We really got to do this. This is awesome.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, that'd be cool if we can get that done.
After we do the one in my backyard, we'll test the whole idea out in the backyard.
I don't know, man. I'm going big. Go big or go big or stay at Derek Seguin's home, man. All right, buddy. Well, this was fun.
Good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you too, man. Let's
come over, would you? Just come over one day.
All right, I'll come over tomorrow. I'm coming over tomorrow.
Come over before 10 a.m. and you can be part of the Zizazoo interview. It'd be good to actually have a disabled person of color near me while I'm doing this interview. That'd be great.
Man, you said it, man. I'm the one that's offended. You said it. All right, buddy.
Yeah, because I called you disabled. Oh gosh.
Listen, it was great. Let's do this again for episode 13.
Yes, let's. Ooh, lucky 13. Let's do it.
Later, buddy.
All right, buddy.